Morning. It's Wednesday, 7th August 2024, and my name is Vijay. Here we will go through what happened yesterday and what is likely to happen today. Uh, Today's topic is keep the calm and buy the dip. I've been advocating this strategy for the last few days simply because what's happening on the Japanese front is going to be temporary as per my analysis. We have seen whenever there is a significant fall there in terms of the dollar JPY ratio, which is yen strengthening and dollar weakening, the equity markets have bounced back once it got a bottom. The latest one we saw, the big one we saw was in between September 22 to around January 23. So when it fell in September, if you had bought Indian equities, the kind of money you would have made is staggering. However, I don't know whether we will get there, but we'll go into that kind of numbers. But what I have seen yesterday and what I've seen in the past makes me confident that this time the rally is likely, most likely, to cross the previous highs, which is above 5,100. I don't know, sorry, 25,100. We don't know where it will go. But as of now, it doesn't make any sense for us to go short or be pessimistic as most people are. Most people are looking for reasons to short sell. There is huge amount of negativity in the market. I don't want to get caught in that negativity. For instance, we had thought 24,200. If it starts trading 2 days below that, we should review our situation. I've reviewed it. I've seen both the days when it fell below 24,200. It had indeed traded about 24,200, albeit for a short time. And there were people who looked at 24,000 as the final support. Yesterday, the market to cock a snook has closed below that. The Nifty has closed below that at 23,992. Typically, what happens is, the Nifty always does this. It will eliminate the last of the bulls. I suspect by closing below 24,000 yesterday, Nifty has eliminated the last of the bulls. I remember in May of 2022, when I became bullish around 15,800, I thought below 15,500, if it goes, then market may go down further because a lot of pessimists at that time. The market did go below 15,200 for a very short time and then bounced back, and we have never seen those numbers till now. So I expect something like that to happen. Maybe that was a very big wave, what Elliott-Asians would call it as the third wave. We are probably in the fifth wave, so it may not be as big as that in terms of the movement from 15,200 to 25,000. We may see a smaller wave, but significant. I suspect it will be a significant one for people to get in even now and make profits. However, index is not the only game in town. Nifty is not the only game in town. So one can always look at stocks. There are good stocks in plenty, and these stocks, whether it's a bull market or a bear market, will chug on their own path. And I expect these stocks to come from pharma, to come from banks, to come from textiles, to come from paper, and of course, Reliance is there. This month, please note, there are two very important events. HDFC Bank's MSCI inclusion will happen, we will know on 13th of August. It's still some time. So therefore, there is still time for us to get into HDFC Bank. I am not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm just charting out a scenario. Reliance is having its AGM end of this month. So you can expect some big bang announcements, including whether they're going for an FPO and what could be the size of the FPO or IPO of the Reliance Jio. So those are the events to look forward. Today you will see a lot of people talking of it as a dead cat bounce. Yesterday people talked of it as a dead cat bounce, and it proved them right. The market does this always. It will prove the naysayers right for, let's say, 20% of the time. But if you keep the faith, you will make money in the market by being on the bull side. This is my experience of 30 plus years. Whenever I've been bearish, I made good amount of money, but that has been short-lived. If you had blindly bought good stocks and held on to them independent of anything happening globally, then you would have come as a winner. So having said that, yesterday was a lackluster day. Volumes were very low, which is a very good sign in one way. that there was no selling pressure beyond a point. Of course, there was no buying pressure beyond a point, but there was no selling pressure either. So it closed in a manner what we call a dull market. We should never short a dull market based on what happened yesterday. While Europe did well, there was some disappointment in the US. US Dow Jones, Nasdaq had gone up like anything, but they have fallen significantly from their highs, but still in the positive territory. Then you had today we had where the Japanese officials talking up the market. So therefore, Nikkei is close to about 800 points rally. Now Nikkei is the Nikkei and the N. They are the two important things which will move the markets in the short term. Nikkei is up about 800 points. It will take some time for the other Asian markets to recover because they did not fall so much like Hang Seng in India. But Kospi has gone up quite significantly. The US futures are also very positive. So therefore, I expect things will settle down. And more important, the so-called villain of the piece, which was the JPY US dollar pair, it had fallen from 162 to 140.80. Now it has bounced back to trade around 147. And above 145 has been generally very good for the equity markets. In fact, even above 140 has been a good peg for the market. But certainly above 145 will show that N is weakening. And so all things have come back to square one. Square one in this case is bullish. So therefore, I feel that today we should start a rally which will take us above the recent highs. I think this will be led, as I said, by Reliance, by private sector banks. HDFC Bank is there, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, and Kotak Bank among the private sector banks. Yesterday's rally, which was there for some time and fizzled out, it still left some winners, which was Reliance was in positive. Then you had what else? You had HDFC, not HDFC. We didn't have HDFC in positive. L&T was in positive. TCS was in positive. So all these stocks should be very firm today. And even HDFC Bank fought its way, though there was a lot of selling pressure. Infi came down because the demand has not been removed. So therefore, between TCS and Infi, my preference is for TCS. So for the day, of course, Infi, in my opinion, will do well because it's a big chunk in the index also. So FMCG will continue to do well, I feel. Nestle, ITC, Lever, these are the stocks which should do well. So we are going long in the market, even intraday. We were long yesterday, but we didn't have success. We actually lost money yesterday. Today, I'm hoping that we will recoup some of the losses. And I'm going with a positive frame of mind. I'm keeping calm and just buying on dips. Whatever you do, hope it is successful. Thank you for joining. It's Vijay here.